Hey everyone, today we're back in the Star Pack, and I'm gonna check the achievements because you know what time it is. It's the quest to 100%. So I'm going through every pack, doing a brush through, getting some achievements, and then I'm gonna do a second round of videos on each pack, and that's going to be the completion video. So here's the first round, the Star Pack. Obviously, we already got the achievements on the pets that are going to be shown in this video. And yeah, let's jump into the first run. The first run contains 2 achievements. I wanted to go for some of the lower tier achievements. I actually wasn't looking for the first pet, which is on the team right now. I was kind of going for like some Siamese cat, Dumbo octopus, or cardinal build type stuff. I figured the Siamese cat would be an easier achievement to get that I don't have right now. So I was spamming games for that, and I wasn't getting it. So these pheasants show up, and I was just planning on getting it level 2, letting it hang around for a minute, and then selling it off, like I usually do, right? So take the level, get the cardinal. We want to prepare for Siamese, so we'll take the cardinal, take the orangutan because, yeah, it'll eventually probably buff the cardinal, and we want to keep that. And health in the beginning at Star Pack is pretty crucial. A lot of stuff doesn't really have the highest attack, so if you can get a little bit of attack with a decent amount of health, you're sitting good. And you see how it goes now. I should not have played that second one separate, but it didn't matter. I reset the triggers. Yeah, we're pushing to level 3 pheasant. Even at this point, I'm like, yeah, I actually didn't even recognize that I didn't have the achievement. I was just taking the level up just for the level up. So it's funny, I'm on an achievement grind, but I got so narrow focused on the Siamese cat. I'm not even considering the pheasant or anything. Thought about leaving separate orangutans, letting them buff each other, but then I decided to bring in an Okapi. I'm still stuck on the Siamese cat build. A lot of times I was going Siamese cat, Dumbo, octopus, Okapi for the tempo, and it was working pretty well to a certain point, and then it would fall off hard in the late game. So I figured the orangutan, given some stats, could help us out. But like I said, it's not a Siamese game, right? So we take the double level up, and we get Fairy Armadillo and Hawk. 2 great tempo options. The Fairy Armadillo, a little less so on tempo immediately, but if you can get it cooking a little bit with the HP, it could do some things for you. So unfortunately, we don't get the trigger there. We lose another heart. We lose our first heart, which is a great spot to be in. So I know I can greed to a certain point. We're passing up orangutans. Typically, I don't like pushing stuff level 3 this early in the game. I like to leave it open to pivot. I would like to pivot off the orangutan for something better, but it's good for now. Unfortunately, we're just not getting our Fairy Armadillo triggers. That's okay. Down to 3 hearts. Lost 2 in a row. And we're still getting pretty greedy. And we take 3 cotton candies on the Fairy Armadillo after... I don't know what I was going to say after, but keep it going. I think I was going to say after a lollipop, but I don't know if we actually lollipopped it. Did we? And there's a platypus here. So part of my thought with platypus, we don't have the achievement, and platypus could work great with pheasant. We have 3 pheasant triggers. Platypus will use 2 of them every battle. It's a little bit extra stats. I was a little desperate. I didn't know what to do at this build. This is the point I recognized obviously the pheasant. I didn't have the achievement, and I was like, oh, I need to figure out like a new team build to go for here. And yeah, our 3rd loss in a row, so it's not looking good. Take the Fairy Armadillo level up, just looking for anything to help us. Take the Hawk level up, looking for anything to help us here. And I figured a good combo with the orangutan, and this is kind of what I got stuck on in this grind a lot of times. I'd get these orangutans going, everything on my team would get high health, and I would just hope to get some piranhas going. The orangutan piranha is a great combo, especially if you get a pepper going on the piranha. So yeah, it's a pretty good turn. We got the pet I wanted. I figure I could pretty much try to ride this team out if I wanted to. I could try to make some pivots, but you see right here, the value. I felt good about that. I was very unsure about the run at this point, because obviously we're not using the pheasant ability at all, right? Our level 3 unit that we've invested a lot in is a completely dead unit now in the build. I think it's better going this route with builds sometimes to get your achievement, rather than like if I force the platypus, force using the pheasant ability. In the end, it's not that great of an ability, right? So you can certainly make it great with pets like the real Velociraptor and whatnot, or the normal Velociraptor, I believe. It removes the strawberry, stats up the team, all that jazz. But at the same time, everything needs to work out for it to work like that, right? So you see the stats. The stats are pretty incredible. We don't have the most health, but it's kind of working out. And we're getting more health from the orangutan. I was going to go ostrich, and then I figured, no. This is working. I can just throw some celeries. Luckily, I roll into 2 of them. I just need my backline to survive. We just can't get sniped. That's the main thing. Big mantis team, but you see our attack, you see our health. We're getting fairy armadillo triggers too, which is a great sign. Is that 6 HP? Yeah, that's huge. So we're almost at 50 HP on our fairy armadillo. And if you can see, I'm at 2.33 and I'm rolling down the turn. We're at 8 wins. The reason I'm rolling down the turn is I'm going for double achievements. We got pheasant, we got fairy armadillo. I do not have the fairy armadillo achievement. So let's see if we can get that as well. And there's very few runs at this point that I actually get double achievements just because I have few achievements left to go. It kind of really all has to work out perfectly. And we have 10 gold, so that means we had 4 rolls. And in 1 roll, we find both fairy armadillos, which means we get to use a popcorn, put Hawk to the back so we can kill the stegos, we can kill the... not the stegos, we can kill the spinos, and have a summon in the back to hopefully win us the game. Let's see how it goes. They have a super high health team as well. It's pretty scary, but we have the piranha to give us the attack, so now we have more attack than them and about equal health. 36 attack to 36 health, it's a perfect trade. 34 health to 35, not a favorable trade, but the fairy armadillo gets to clean up. We get double achievements. It's absolutely glorious. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to jump into one more achievement run in this video. Let's jump right into it. Alright, picking this one up on turn 3, we have 1 win and 5 hearts, so it's still really early. I wanted to show the level up because we get an early leech tuna. It's kind of a difficult decision to make because you would want both of these together, right? But I did not have the tuna achievement, so at this point tuna is exactly what I was looking for. I had 1 game before this that I was going for the tuna achievement. I kind of pivoted off of the Siamese cat grind. I was like, let's go a different direction here, and yeah, decided to go for big tuna, a little bit of Jim from The Office. And yeah, that fried shrimp might not have been the best, but I figure 4-9 stat line is really good. I just kind of wanted to throw any kind of food on it. I'm going to forego the orangutan scaling and all that on the tuna. I'm just going to try to get this tuna big out of the gate. And the main reason is we want to set up for a leech. So we got the leech. We do a little frog swap. A little cheeky frog swap. And we get an Okapi in. Okapi is just great tempo. I figured this is a great start. I can roll like 7 times a turn and not really get penalized because I'm getting stats on the Okapi. Typically, you only want to roll 4 times a turn and buy 2 things from the shop, right? That's kind of the ideal. The ideal turn is only rolling once and buying 3 things from the shop, but that doesn't happen too often. So still just throwing broccolis, and I figure, yeah, we're doing okay here. We need to figure some things out. Hopefully we can get some level ups going on any of this stuff. And it's important to know about the leech. When you level the leech up, it does more damage and it gains more health. So to me, I don't see that as a big benefit because there's no net gain. There's no net positive that you're getting from it. You're just essentially doing more damage, and you're going to be doing more damage to the unit that you're trying to get to survive, right? The tuna. So this run, actually, we find a really fun way to counter that. And yeah, we're saving the 4 hearts. That is absolutely crucial, saving the 4 hearts. Siamese cat comes in, and I figure, okay, we got to figure out something here. It's turn 8, so there's no strawberry jam in the shop, so we can't, like, we just brought in a dead Siamese cat. It's so sad. So hopefully we can do something with it. If not, we'll just get rid of it, or hopefully we can level it. I'm passing the Okapis because I committed to the Siamese, so I'm like, oh, we're in trouble now. But the saving grace, we had the leech set up, we find Triceratops, the first hit hits the piranha. It's kind of the ideal situation. So now we have scaling. We don't need the Siamese cat, right? And since we moved the leech, we might as well take a look at the tuna now. Let's see where we're at. Our tuna got 4 hurt triggers. It's not bad. It's going to give 8-8 or possibly 10-10 once it gets hit again. So it's not terrible. My previous game, I had leech tuna going all game. I think I had about 12 triggers on it. It was pretty funny. Obviously that game didn't work out, so I figured going leech tuna into leech triceratops is probably one of the best options for this type of build. And then also having the piranha option as well. So I can always switch the leech over to piranha if my stuff gets statted up well. If I did have the Siamese cat cooking to where he was buffing as well, the Siamese cat buffs extra health. So that would maybe get to a point where I would need to leech piranha to get the attack. But for now, the piranha's fine just being in front on its own and giving attack to the team. So we level up into alpaca reindeer, and the reindeer I figure is perfect. We don't need to buy equipment on it. It already gives itself the melon. It immediately gets hit by the triceratops. It's going to get the piranha attack. So this reindeer immediately becomes the strongest unit on our team. Base stats level 1 reindeer is now the absolute carry. Watch it take us to the promised land. Here we go. And our level 3 tuna. Here we go. Sabertooth would have been a great option as well. We already got the reindeer and it got a hit from the triceratops. So I really wanted to go level 2 piranha, but I figured it's only round 12. Our attack is pretty good. If we can get an extra melon trigger, that's probably going to seal the deal. The reindeer will be able to trade with at least 2, most likely 3 units if we get it level 2. We're kind of forcing Triceratops buffs on it too. So you see there, if we had an extra melon trigger, we would have won that round, gone to 9 wins, but that's okay. Draws are fine to a certain point. There's the strawberry jam we were looking for earlier. And yeah, pepper's the best thing for the piranha, obviously. It just guarantees an extra trigger. And our Triceratops was getting really low on health, so I was looking for broccoli and stuff to increase its health, or celery would have been the best. I found a lollipop and I was a little desperate, so I figured, okay, you know, that's actually fine. Triceratops we don't necessarily need to take out units, it's just kind of a plus. And there it actually gets 2 hits. Our leech is almost 50-50. This team is strong. Now, other teams would definitely outpace this team at a certain point, but for the early late game right here, this team is extremely strong. Obviously, if our reindeer gets sniped, our team gets a lot weaker, but the fact that our leech has so much health and the Triceratops is pretty much going to buff the leech or reindeer, they can mow through the backline in the end. As long as our first 3 units can get through, at least their big first unit, right? And the double peppered immediately shows its value. Tuna passes stats, Triceratops passes stats, melon from the reindeer gets us the win. It's the tuna achievement. So We got 3 achievements and 2 runs there. It was a fun little grind. No bonus clips in this one, actually. I had a couple really interesting runs that didn't work out. I had Adventures of a Turn 1 Koala. I could have taken a Turn 1 Stork. I ended up going Koala. I tried getting the Fairy Armadillo achievement with it. I got a little too greedy, the run fizzled out. It would have been a great achievement run to get something like that, but this is how it goes. So if you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. The quest to 100% achievements, we're getting closer. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.